Hey everybody, welcome back to Mo Digging. It's good to see you once again. This week we have permission at the house behind us. We think this house was built in 1930, so my dad and I are going to go out and detect for 2 days. We're going to see what kind of stuff comes out of the ground. What's cool about this property too is a minister used to live here back in the 30s and the 40s, so maybe we'll find something related to that. But let's get straight to it. Well, my very first find is not too bad. I just got myself a set of keys. They were only about an inch down, but not bad at all. We'll throw them in the bag. Well, everybody, since that last set of keys that I found, I've been digging up a few pieces of trash, but I just popped this out of the ground at about 3 inches down. That is an odd find. That's some sort of gun, I guess, a broken gun, or who knows. Looks like it was a charm or something like that at one time, so kind of odd. Never found anything quite like that. Well, everyone, I just got this out of the ground a few moments ago. It's a 1960 animal tag. Pretty cool for a rabies vaccine. These are pretty common. It's brass. And then right afterwards, I managed to get my first old coin out here. Let's take a look at this too. It was only about 2 inches down, but that is a 1926 wheat penny. Pretty cool. That coin is 95 years old. We'll keep hunting and maybe find a little bit of silver out here too. Let's get back to it. I wasn't quite sure what I just found here. It's a piece of brass, but thankfully I think my dad explained to me what it is. We think it's probably the latch to a deadlock for like a door. So that's kind of neat. We'll put that one away too. Well, for some reason this was a pretty quiet signal, but I just got another wheat penny. This one is a 1945D, a Denver Mint. Not a bad looking little coin. I do like the Wheaties, but hopefully there's some silver out here, so we're gonna get back to it. Well, everybody, I just got a quarter signal and popped my plug, and I believe I have a silver Washington quarter. So let's take a look together and find out what we have. It was not very deep, but I can already see it sitting in the hole there. We've got ourselves some sort of silver coin. What do we have? Ooh, what on earth? That is different. I've got a silver Washington quarter with a big 8 stamped on it. That is really odd. I have no idea why it's like that. If you give me just a moment, I'll clean this up and we'll take a little bit closer look. Well, you guys, my dad and I are both a little confused by this coin. It is a 1940D Washington quarter, but it's got some numbers stamped in it. That looks like a 2 maybe. And then this side has an 8. I have never seen that. I don't know if that has some sort of meaning or not, but we'll take it. That is definitely silver. Well, this is a pretty neat find. We just managed to dig a token. It's a vintage 1930s Depression era token from the state of Missouri. This is actually a mill. It's a zinc token, sales tax token. So I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's the state of Missouri. This is a 1/10 of a cent. It's a state issued token during the Great Depression. So pretty cool. It's a little bent up, but a lot of states had these, including the state of Missouri. So we'll put that away as well. Still digging a lot of the trash signals, and I just popped this out of the ground a few moments ago. Cleaned it up already. It's an old Schaefer pen, an ink pen. And actually what's really cool is you can still get the cap off, and it's an old ink pen. So that's pretty cool. It's surviving the ground pretty well. I assume it's plastic, but we'll keep hunting. Well, shortly after that last silver quarter, I just popped out another one. And it was down in the gravel. Check this out. It is a 1964 Washington quarter. That's pretty cool. They made a ton of these coins, so they're not worth too much inherently as a coin. They're really just kind of a scrap coin, but still a really cool find. I will happily take any silver I can get. Well, everybody, I just got a really odd quarter signal at about 3 inches down, and I popped my plug and I have some soil sitting here, and I can see the rim of a large coin. I believe it's a $50, and I think it might be a coin I've never found before. This may be a silver Kennedy $50. It may be one of those like 40% silver Kennedy $50. So let's find out exactly what it is. It's sitting right here. You guys can see it plain as day. What do we have? I'm thinking it's going to be a Kennedy. I could be wrong though. It could be a token or something. What is that? Oh boy. Yep, it's a Kennedy. Oh man, like I said, I have never dug up a silver Kennedy $50 until today. I can't believe how long it took me to find one. I found Franklin's and Walking Liberties. I've even got a Barber half. But this is my first Kennedy. If you give me just a moment, I'll clean it up. I am pretty excited about that. That is a neat coin. My very first silver Kennedy $50. It's a 67. I believe the 1964s are 90%. So this is like a 40% silver coin, I believe. Kind of a weird combination, but not bad at all. It came out of the ground looking great. I'll have to clean it up a little bit better with some more water at home, but that is a beautiful coin. I am ecstatic to find something like that. Oh boy, I've been digging a lot of mid-60 signals for the last hour now and have dug up quite a few pull tabs, but I just got a pocket knife at about 4 or 5 inches down. Terrible condition, but we'll take it. It's kind of personal, so not at all a bad find. Well, I've been digging trash and a few pennies for the last 30 minutes, but I just popped something out of the ground that I am unsure about. Looks like a little badge of some sort. Boy, I don't know what that is. If you give me a few moments, I'll clean it up and maybe we'll get an identification. That's kind of cool. Well, everyone, it's kind of nice to have somebody out here with you metal detecting. They can do a little bit of research. This is a U.S. Army pin, and it's actually for the 407th Infantry Regiment. They served in the Second World War with the 102nd Infantry Division. And down here you can actually see AUX, ARCS, Aux-Arcs. And my dad and I were kind of puzzled what that meant. Apparently that's the French words that became Ozarks. So this is actually a unit that was from Missouri. They fought through Germany at the end of the Second World War. So the owner actually told me that there was a Second World War soldier that lived at this house or this property. So this could have come off of his uniform. But a really neat military find. We're going to put that away. Well, everybody, I'm finding quite a few coins on this hunt, especially wheat pennies. I've got a nice little stack of wheat pennies, but I just got a perfect 79 signal. I thought maybe I was digging up a bottle cap, but no, I've got a token. It's kind of a neat token. I already looked at the reverse of it. It says no cash value there, I believe. But you flip it over, and it's a Pepsi token. That's pretty cool. My dad actually remembers when they would use these at fairs. They would hand you one, and you could take it up to the refreshment stand and get yourself a soda. So not bad. We'll take a Pepsi token. Well, do you know what I haven't found on this hunt yet? A silver dime. I've dug up a bunch of wheat pennies, and I just now finally got my first silver dime. So let's take a look together what we have here. This was definitely a weird signal. It was a 72, 73 signal, and I popped this out of the ground and said, well, that's a nickel. What the heck? That's kind of odd. And you know what? It's a buffalo. I just found that out, actually. So we got ourselves a buffalo nickel right there. Awesome find. We're going to set that right there. And then I kind of looked around in the hole, and I've got some sort of silver dime sitting here. Let's see what we got. It'd be nice if it was a Mercury. Oops, I dropped it. There we go. What do we have? I think that's a Roosevelt, if I'm not mistaken. A Roosevelt and the buffalo. That'd be a nice little coin spill. 15 cents there. Let me squirt that with just a little bit of water. Yeah. It's a Roosevelt dime, 1957. Not bad at all. I'll clean those two coins up and we'll take a little bit closer look. That is pretty dang cool. I love finding these little coin spills. A 1957 Roosevelt dime. And then you know what? You flip this nickel over and it's got this spot right there on the back. So it makes me wonder if this dime was sitting just like that in the hole with that nickel. I'll probably never know for sure, but that is a neat little spill. We'll take a silver dime and a buffalo nickel. Not really sure what I have here, folks. I just got a nickel signal, 58 on my machine, which is like the perfect nickel signal. And at a few inches down, I popped out a coin that's the size of a quarter. And on one side, I've already seen it has Queen Elizabeth II on it. Yeah, right there. There's the Queen. But what kind of foreign coin is this? English, maybe? Yeah. Looks to be, what is it? New pence, 5 new pence. Oh, that's cool. Well, we'll take it. Just had myself a really loud 83 signal at about 7 inches down. And I thought I had a pocket watch at first, but actually it's a compact, I believe. Like a woman's compact. That's pretty neat. I actually found one of these earlier. I'll show you in the wrap up. But the other one's really badly destroyed. But this one's a little more intact. So we'll put that away as well. Well, you guys, I'm not really sure about this one. I just got myself kind of a nickel signal, popped out a nickel, and it's shiny. And I'm assuming this is going to be a war nickel, a silver alloy war nickel, but it was ringing up lower than they usually do. They're usually like a mid-60s tone on my machine, but that certainly looks like a war nickel to me. Yeah, I can see a letter above Monticello, so that's going to be a silver war nickel. That is awesome. Give me just a moment and we'll clean it up just a bit. I cannot believe my luck this year with the silver war nickels. I've had pretty good luck. That is a 1944 D Denver Mint silver alloy war nickel. These things are 35% silver, so pretty low content. They don't clean up too well, but we will happily take that. Another silver coin. These are some neat finds that came out of the yard a little while ago. My dad actually cleaned them up for me. There's a 4-leaf clover charm that somebody probably wore around their neck. Kind of cool. And then I dug this up and I thought it was just a kind of random piece of aluminum, but you turn it over and it's actually the Ozarks. It's got a hillbilly on there, so that's pretty cool. It's probably off a keychain, but we'll put those away. I have dug about 20 wheat cents in the last hour and a half, and it's finally paid off. This was just a squeaker of a signal, and it was about 7 inches down, and it sounded pretty bad, but I finally got another silver dime, and it's a mercury dime. So let's set this right there and get my water out and see if we can't clean this up just a little bit, and maybe we'll get a date off of it. The mud is really sticky today. I may have to cut back in here and show you guys exactly what this is. I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty little mercury dime. Oh yeah, I'll cut back in just a moment. Talk about a beautiful coin. Look at that thing. That is a 1939 Philadelphia Mint winged Liberty dime, more commonly known as the mercury dime. It's a beautiful design. It's among my most favorite coins. And this one was obviously lost not too long after it was minted. It's in great shape. Wow, I love that. We're going to put that away properly and hopefully find a little bit more silver out of here. We're doing pretty well. Just dug that mercury dime right over here, and then I moved over just a little bit and got another little coin signal and thought I had another probably silver dime, but actually got a little brass buckle. What a cute little thing. Neat. We're going to put that away too. Well, yet again, I just had kind of an iffy signal. It was an 80-81 signal, usually kind of a wheat penny signal. So I moved my plug over, and then I looked down in the hole, and wouldn't you know it, I've got another silver dime just kind of sitting there. And I think it's a mercury, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if I can pop it out here without damaging it in any way. Ooh, man, it's really stuck in there. There we go. What do we have here? Yeah, it's a Merc. Wow, that is so cool. I love these coins. If you give me just a moment, I'll clean it up. That is sweet. Well, that mercury dime has got some wear to it. You'd think it'd be an early date, but you actually flip it over, and it's a 1944. Beautiful coin. This is actually the second to last year they made these things, but we will happily take it. Let's put that away properly and get back to detecting. Well, this coin must have been on edge because it was not a great signal, but it was decent. It was in the mid 80s, and I just popped it out, and it's another silver quarter. So, and it's ground I've been over before today. So let's see what we have here. Yes, sir. That has got to be a silver quarter. I believe it's of Washington, I think. Yeah, 1956. That's pretty cool. Give me a moment and we'll clean this up too. Well, for anybody who doesn't metal detect, I have to tell you, digging a silver coin out of the ground is a good feeling. They come out looking shiny and beautiful like this. This is a 1956D Washington quarter. What a beautiful coin. This yard has definitely got some silver in it. All right, you guys, I'm back at the house now, and I've cleaned up all my finds and set them out on the board, so let's take a few moments to go over everything. I was going to mention, too, I apologize for any audio issues this week. My phone was acting kind of funny, but let's take a look at the board. All right, everybody, to start the wrap-up correctly, got to talk about the trash. Managed to find plenty of trash. I did dig some of the big iron that was out there. Some sort of little scoop or pan. Don't know what that's off of exactly, but there's plenty of trash in there. I got a flashlight and a box cutter. So take that stuff with you. Don't just leave it out there. But we'll come over here to the board because we filled the board up. I detected for about 7 to 7.5 hours on 2 separate hunts, and we managed to find a lot of stuff. Got myself 2 compacts, women's compacts, probably from the 30s or the 40s. There's a Purex bleach container top, little tube of something. Did manage to get a big old lock that sounded like a silver dollar in the ground, some piece of brass. This is probably the top off of like a perfume bottle or something like that. It's got aluminum on the top of it. I got myself 4 keys. There's some keys there, some odds and ends and things like that. Into an arrow, some brass pieces, that little toy car. Got the end off of like a spigot. Don't know what that is exactly. Maybe a little perfume bottle. If anybody out there knows it for sure, I'd love for you to tell me. Kind of an odd find. Got a little Jeep that's all destroyed right there. Didn't come out of the ground in very good condition. Got my pile of pull tabs. I was digging the junk signals out there. Don't forget to dig those. Here's all my clad, and these are just Lincoln Memorial copper pennies. There's zinc pennies, dimes, quarters, and nickels. I think I found about $3.50 to $4 and change. Got a destroyed pair of scissors right there. There's that Good Luck 4-leaf clover. I ended up digging, I believe, 42 wheat cents out of that yard. There was a ton of wheat pennies, but everyone counted. Got myself that little Ozark piece of aluminum. That's pretty cool, actually. I do like that. Little piece of a clip. There's that military pin. Kind of neat. Got some other little odds and ends. Little buckle there on the right. Did manage to get a little watch face. That's like a woman's watch, I do believe. In terrible condition. It looks like it was kind of a cheapie, but a women's watch. This is like something out of a gumball machine, I think. Could be also like for Cracker Jacks, but little broken gun. Managed to get 2 separate Missouri sales tax tokens. These are from like the Great Depression. They're zinc and they don't survive in the ground very well. A few pieces of lead. There's a bullet. There's a cartridge. This old pen is really pretty cool. This part down here is plastic, but this piece of metal actually rang up on the detector. What's probably a piece off of a lock. Maybe some piece off of like a bracelet. Not sure about that one. Dog tag. Managed to get a few other odds and ends. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting too much. I guess we'll go down the middle because here's the best stuff. I did manage to get a silver war nickel, 2 Mercury dimes, a 39 and a 44, 2 Roosevelts, a 57 and a 60. I didn't show you the 60 coming out of the ground. But then I got 3 Washington quarters, a 1940, 56, and a 64. This one with the counter stamp marks is pretty cool. Was not able to figure out exactly why they did that. If somebody out there can tell me, I'd love to know. Pretty cool, though. I got that Pepsi token. That's a neat find. Don't find them too often. A Buffalo nickel. I did dig the nickel signals, but I only got 1 buff. 29, D. The D is actually down here on the bottom. Cool. I got this British coin. An odd find, 5 new pence, 1979. There's the queen on there. And then my best find for the hunts, these 2 hunts, was this, in my opinion. I've been searching for 15 years to dig a silver Kennedy half dollar, and it finally happened. I can't believe it took this long. I've dug plenty of clad Kennedy half dollars, but I finally got my silver one. So we're going to put that away and go on to next week. Well, we did pretty good this week. We managed to find a lot of silver, a lot of interesting relics, and had a good time. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing, and I will see you next time. Bye now.